This is the easiest thing ever. How do I know it's the easiest thing ever? Because I say in almost every video that this is the easiest thing ever. And so that means I must be right. So anyway, we're going to take 18 or 16 gauge. I know you guys are not going to want to do the 16 because you don't want to give yourself blisters and finger cramps. So fine, you can be soft and we'll do the 18. But anyway, here goes. Take I don't know, take about a foot maybe. And we're going to go like this. We're going to make this loop like this. And then we're going to go right here. And then we're going to go a little bigger and then a little bigger like that. And then we're going to come back up. Come back up. Come back up. And then at the top, we're going to scarf it once or twice. And hide the sharp end right in there. Bam. Okay? Now, we want to measure first because we're going to put a 6mm right here. 6mm stone in. 8mm right here. And oh, you know what? I was going to say 6, 8, 10, but I think I'm going to do 4, 6, 8 because that'll make it a little bit smaller, a little bit more easy to deal with. Okay, these are the size of the stone if you're ordering stones. People in metric land will be happy that we're finally using their measurements for some things. So then we're going to come, this is 18 gauge. And then we're going to come back with 22 gauge. And, well, first we're going to do this. Then we're going to take the 22 gauge and we're going to, again, thread the end. We're going to scarf the end first, and then we're going to come around and go like this. Go this, through here, diagonal, through here, diagonal, through here, diagonal. Oh, I forgot one part. I'm glad I did this diagram first. When we come to the bottom, we're going to make a little tiny loop right here. So this is going to come like that, okay, and then go back up. And the reason for that loop is so that when we come through here, we have a place to anchor our 22 gauge. And also, because if you want to add stuff, you can add like a cute little charm on the end if you want, you know, some kind of little leaf, filigree leaf, or a heart, or like an angel wing, something like that. Anything you want to do, whatever. Or like a, you know, a big bulldog or a pig or something. You know, anything that you think would look good as a cute little charm on the end. Maybe just a fat man eating a can of soup. That would make a good charm. He's so fat he can't get his arm up to he can't bend his hand all the way to his face, so he's just got to let gravity try to get the soup into his mouth. So it actually is good to take a piece of paper and draw this out first, because you want to lay out your stones. This is African turquoise and amethyst and some kind of blue agate. But if you actually draw it and you put your stones right on the paper, you'll get a better sense if they would actually stay still and not be jerks. You kind of get a better sense of how big to make everything. Kind of, sort of, not really, because these guys won't cooperate. But what I forgot to tell you, because I got so excited in drawing all the different types of charms you could use, like the fat man eating soup, is that this 22 gauge, after it wraps around here, he's going to come back up and he's going to wrap around each stone again in a like diagonal pattern. This will keep the stone in place. It'll keep the stone centered in your loop, so it's kind of suspended, so it won't slide down from gravity or bounce up and down. So we're going to wrap it and then wrap around and kind of wrap each one as we come back up. And then when we come back up to the top, we're going to scarf it again. All the sharp ends get hidden right in here in the little bowl created by the scarf. That's like this beautiful thing I found you can do anytime, anywhere. If you want to hide a sharp end, just wrap some wire like this and then take the sharp end and just shove it in there. Boom. It'll never come out. It'll never scratch anyone. No one will ever know where it went. The detectives will come and looking for the sharp ends, and you could say, like, I'm not guilty. I don't see any sharp ends. I never touched any sharp ends. The sharp end was not used in the library to hurt anybody. So just go look for the man with the candlestick. That's what you tell the authorities when they come. And disclaimer, I didn't tell you to say that. You came up with that on your own. So let's start this. Here's my about a foot of 18 gauge, and let's see if this is enough. A foot is 1/3 of a meter, roughly, for you people in meter land. So I'm taking my round nose, and I'm going to make myself a nice big loop at the top. You could call this the bail, but it's technically not the bail. It's the part that'll hold the bail, because I use a whole bunch of jump rings as the bail, because that's just what I do, because it upsets people, and that's what makes me happy. All right, so now we have our first. Let's see, how much are we going to need to get it around there? Not much. So just going to make it nice and smooth. We're just going to carefully put our loop in there. Just play with the wire. Just enjoy the wire. Love the wire. And this is where it will really come in handy. If you did draw it first, you can kind of try to use your drawing to see how good you're doing. Oh, see that? Look at that. Doing good. And then you pat yourself on the back. You put your wire down, and you just pat yourself on the back and say, I'm doing good. I am doing so good. So here I'm bending out the next part. Let's see how I'm doing. I'm doing good. Keep telling yourself I'm doing good. Right? And then come around for that last part. And am I doing good? Oh no, I'm not doing good. I gotta do better. I gotta bend that in more. Am I doing good? Am I doing good? I'm getting there. Am I doing good? Not bad. Gotta bend this a little more. Okay, let's see how we're doing. How we doing? Gotta bend this a little more. Just be very careful and gentle with your wire, and just take your time. Now, we're not going to try to be perfectionists. We're just going to try to, get it close. Kind of eyeball it. Feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. Are you feeling good? I hope you're feeling good. Oh, you know what? I forgot that bottom loop. See? It's twice in this one video I forgot a critical part. So, no problem, no problem. I'm going to take our round nose pliers that are now hiding somewhere. Where are they? Underneath some junk. And well, it's good we did this much, because now we know right where we want to put our bottom loop. Right about there, right? Let's see if this works. So we're going to unwrap that one we started, right? Just bring it right, just hold the tool tight and just bring it right around, right? And it doesn't have to be a big loop. It can be very tiny. You can roll it very tight, because it's just used for anchoring. It just has to be enough that you could fit a jump ring in there. So I'm using the very tippiest end of my round nose pliers, and now I'm going to even kind of pull it even tighter. And now I want to try to get back to my beautiful loop. This is kind of cool because it's giving it like a different shape. Like it comes around this way, and then it's kind of curving up, come around the other, kind of like a leaf shape. I like that. See that? See how pretty that looks? So now we got to make sure we're back on track with this loop. Okay. Got to mess with it a little bit. See, I'm holding it in different spots and just going very gently. Smoothness, like the smoothness and not smoothness. As you do more of this, your pieces will get smoother. Don't feel bad if your pieces don't come out looking totally smooth on the first one. Like, it's just a matter of practicing with the wire, and you get better and better. So I'm going very carefully for my next one. I'm liking that. I'm really enjoying this. This is very enjoyable for me today. Are you guys enjoying your day? I hope you are. If you're not enjoying your day, then that's just what it is. All right. Now, what you could do to hold these placed in spot, you could actually give them a full twist around. But be careful, because that's going to shrink the size of your entire circle there, or oval. So you know, I haven't done that, so I'm not going to tell you how much to do it. But it's an option because this is kind of moving around. But it's going to stay in place once we put the 22 gauge. So let's just see. I think we're good. I think we got our last loop coming through. And see, these are not perfect. These are like, they're smooth is what matters. They don't like, it's not nothing is perfect here. If we took a geometric jewelry measuring device to measure the curves, we would find that they don't fit perfectly. But they get the job done. So we're holding this very tight, flat pressure and carefully coming around to scarf. I'm just gonna go around 1.5 times because this is a funny thing where if you do it this way, if you keep coming around too much, you'll start to slide down and close up this particular loop. It's a weird phenomena thing. So I'm just coming around 1.5 times, and then I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to tuck in that sharp end. Okay, if your end isn't tucking just right, don't be afraid to pull it back out. Grab it again tightly, pull it back out. Even if you mangle it a little, it doesn't matter because it's not going to show once it's tucked. And then cut off even 0.5 millimeter more can make a difference in getting it really tucked the right way. Now that's going to get wrapped more wire around it, so don't worry too much. Let's see how we're doing. Not bad, not bad. I think we're good. Just play with it a little more. Make sure it lays flat. All right. Make sure everything is, oh, that little sharp end just came out. He's not totally safe until we wrap the other wire on it. All right, let's get our 22 gauge. This is probably way too much. I took like a foot, almost 1.5 feet, almost a full 0.5 meter. It's probably gonna be too much, but it's better safe than sorry, right? So this time we're just gonna give about this much, about 1.5 inches or 3 centimeters sticking out, right here. And we're just gonna wrap it, and we're just gonna start wrapping it up the top of the loop till we run out of wire. Make sure we have a little end right there just to tuck it in again. So I'm gonna tuck that. Very careful, pinch it at different angles. Tucking is like an art. Once you get it, it's a piece of cake, but until you get it, it's gonna be something you'll dread. So just force yourself to do it, force yourself to get it, practice it, and pretty soon you'll be a master and you'll be like, why did that ever scare me? All right, I'm just messing with this, just messing with the shape, getting it straight, getting it the way I want. Again, it wouldn't hurt if you totally flipped these, each one of them, to hold its spot, but I'm not gonna do that because I think this is gonna work like this. All right, this is coming around, and I'm gonna put the 4 millimeter on. It's good, just place it right in the middle, hold it tight. It's gonna move, so don't worry, just place it in the middle and hold it with your finger for a second. Just wrap around this just once. Okay, now this curve is coming down this way, and just the wire wants the next curve to go that way, so I'm just gonna listen to the wire. I'm not gonna fight it. Now 6 millimeter. So you can even give it a curve. Just go with the curve. Sometimes you have a plan for the wire and the wire wants to do something else, and if you just go with the wire, you find it comes out more beautiful. And then other times you need the wire to really just listen to you, and you got to beat the crap out of it and just yell at and scream at and tell wire, I'm in charge, you jerk. And that's just what you got to say. All right. So here we come down, wrap around this way, and now the wire wants to do the curve like that. So we say, okay, wire, you get your way this time. All right. Just gonna hold it in place and wrap around. I think I'll go around twice just to be safe. Okay. Now I have no idea. I haven't done this before, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna come through here. Be careful not to kink the wire. I'll thread it through here. I'm rolling it because sometimes rolling it keeps it from kinking. And what am I doing? I want to hold the stone in the middle. Nah, I don't like that. I'm coming back out again. It's too much work. Let's just come right like this. All right, we got to go around once, so we're going through. All right, we're threading it through one time like this. And I think we're going to come right back up. In and up. Try to get it all in one movement. Okay. All right, so now we want the stone, push that stone down. Okay. We want the stone to stay right there. So we kind of made like a little loop there for the stone. And I'm going to come around the stone again. Oh, this is not fun. This is like threading. I thought this was going to be easier. Okay. All right, now I got it coming around the stone. Might want to use 24 or 26 gauge for this part because this stuff is fighting me. Okay, that's not exactly the smoothness I was going for. I should have worked this out first. All right, come around here. And you know what? This next one, I'm not gonna thread it through. I'm just gonna come around like that. Just like that. I'm just gonna go through it one time. That's all we're gonna play with. One time. All right. And that's gonna be enough to hold it. And if it isn't, forget it. I'm going to the next one. This one, you know what? I'm just going to go around the stone like this. That's it. I'm tired of plating with this. All right, we're up at the top. We're going to come up here, scarf it some more. That's good for me. Maybe one more time. All right, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to tuck it. And I'm going to figure out what this mangled part down here is. What is going on here? Just going to mess with it. All right, I like how these stones are suspended. I like the silver. I just haven't worked out the pattern yet to make it smooth. So I did something totally different on each one. This one I went around it once and then around it twice. And then this one, I just went through and I kind of did something different. And then this one, it was the easiest of all. Now I'm just forcing the stones where I want them to be because this wire is kind of moldable, the 22 gauge. So, but I like how it looks. Maybe I'll come up with a better pattern for this. You guys can experiment. Go in Matt's Crazy Art group. It's on Facebook, Matt's Crazy Art group. And I'm just shaping the pendant so it lays nice and flat. It doesn't roll. So go in Matt's Crazy Art group, and you guys try your own version. See if you can come up with I was great until the part where you wrap it up to hold the bead in place. I think I just need to use a much thinner gauge that I can do more of a weaving effect. I don't like this little part down here. That's just looking a little too messy. There we go, that's better. Kind of just pinched it in the back there. That's a little better. Yeah, like I said, I love this. Somebody's gonna love it. It's gonna be great. But I would have liked to try to 3 or 4 more until I could get the pattern just right on my way back up with the 22 gauge. All right, let's try it on some people. Let's see how they look.